Morning, Dan. Beautiful sky behind you. Day 6, past the halfway point. Today is going to be all about island exploration. We got this little tiny piece of land here. We're going to see what we can do with it.
We're picking up tips every day and we get a little desperate here, and the fire didn't want to burn well, so we thought we'd do a little oxygen supply.
The raft pump. He just comes over with the raft pump and I'm like, this is a brilliant, look at this thing.
Yeah, that's working.
I think we're good.
Huh?
I think we could do some blacksmithing.
Spend 6 days in the bush, you start learning how to use your equipment, you know?
That was such a good idea, Brian.
Yeah, nice job. We're going to talk about the fishing gear that we're using on this trip. So we got everything laid out here. Dan, you want to kind of take us through this gear?
You know, my first Alaska fishing trip, so I don't want to sound like an expert, but we have figured out some things that are working well for us. So Dave wanted, he's not primarily a fly fisherman, and he wanted a good, solid, serviceable rod that he could use both in Florida or in freshwater like bass fishing, as well as up here for salmon and trout. So I turned him on to the Echo Ion. It's a really great rod. It's a couple $100. We paired that with, it's an 8-weight. He's been catching trout on it. He's been catching salmon on it. Paired that with a simple floating line and a Redington Behemoth reel. These reels are just indestructible. They're just awesome. And this is just a rig. You're not going to go wrong up here with this rod. And it's a great rod for a lot of other applications besides Alaska. If you want to spend up or you like fancy equipment, I tend to have tastes that are a little too fancy. Orvis Helios 8-weight. I've caught sockeyes, chums, and kings on this 8-weight. The 8-weight is small for the kings, flat out small. Managed to get it done with some smaller kings, but we've had some big kings eat our lunch on it, I think. But the Redington Rise, I use these at home as a trout fishing guide in Wyoming, and they're fantastic reels. Not just for the money, they're fantastic reels, period. My favorite rod, and we have 2 of them here. Mike's been using this one for both trout and salmon, but this is the Sage R8. This isn't a 7-weight. This is also a 7-weight. They're identical rods, basically, just different colored backing is all. Put the Sage Large Arbor XL reel on them with forward floating lines. We've been using some sink tips. They're not 100% necessary. You can do what you need to, like right here, like you can see with split shot to get it down if you don't want to carry a whole bunch of extra spools, but the sink tip is kind of nice. Anyway, these are high-end rods and they're a joy to cast all day. That's the big difference between these and like the Echo, is that these are just a lot lighter. For the trout, dollies, and we've been having an absolute blast with dollies, grayling, and trout. Mike's been using a Cabela's 6-weight. I've been using my Sage Igniter. I like a fast action rod. This is a 6, this is a 5. I actually caught a sockeye, about a 8-9 pound sockeye that ate the egg, silver sockeye, and I landed him on this 5-weight using 2X tippet. Not a problem. You can see here's the little egg. You know, just straightforward Alaskan bead rig. One thing we learned though is to play with that color of that egg, the color and the size, and that just really turned the tide for us. Our first day and a half, we were struggling to find very many fish, and as soon as we got the right egg, we were able to catch those smaller species without any trouble.
I'll go through the spinning gear that we brought with us. I brought 4 rods for our boat. I've got 2 rods that are specifically set up for dolly, varden, rainbow trout, grayling, and these are these Starlight rods. This is a Starlight 6x14 pound. I've got 10-pound braid on here, and then I've just got it tied off to a double uni with a little bit of 6 to 12 is what I've been using, just mono. And we've been throwing these Blue Fox spinners. The spinners have been working better in the mid-river than they were in the upper river. And then for fish as we go down the river, we expect to get a little bit more into salmon. I've got a medium heavy St. Croix on a 4500 Penn Conflict. Again, 10-pound braid. I'm not going up on braid. I just don't think we need it here. Saltus MQ 4000 reel here. This is a great workhorse reel. I think this is specifically great for silver salmon as we get down the river. And you can see we've got flies on here that Dan tied that are for silver. So we're gearing up for that. I think our next leg of the trek is all going to be about the silver salmon. You know, we're keeping it real on Canal Life when we do a rod and reel review with some bear scat there. We are in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, and we're having a good time.
Why go out to eat? I think
Lemon pancakes today.
Not a bad job, buddy.
Thank you. Happy customer?
Oh. Dave's flapjacks are the finest.
Thank you, bud. Little pancake with your syrup.
Oh, beautiful.
I hope it does. Okay, let's stay still and let him go back to his spot. And then I'll hand you this rod and you can feed it down to him. Oh, that's a pretty leopard one.
Pretty leopard rainbow.
Not a giant fish. All standards, but that's a great fish. Look at the spots in his cheek. Is that something?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Way up here more. Maybe he's kind of living up there more. Fish that, but the next time a little closer to that bush over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, he was right in there.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that bigger one though. I think that's a bigger one altogether. Awesome. Great hook set.
Yeah, he didn't surprise me, which, you know, happy about that.
This is in keeping with what our research suggested. There are the rainbows in the smaller channels more than. There's another rainbow there. Oh, there's a couple of rainbows over there. Right there. Another leopard.
Yeah, look at that.
Almost an identical fish to the. This one's a little bigger than I think the last one.
So this is a real series about fishing Alaska. And what just happened here, Dan?
I re-rigged because I broke off and immediately, instantly threw it in a bush and broke off.
That bush right there?
Yeah.
There's trout all in this pocket, and now we're retying.
With the big rainbow below it that now knows I'm here. And
well, I just wanted to make sure people knew we were keeping it real.
yeah, we are keeping it real.
All right, Brian and I were just kind of getting camp set up, and we heard Danielle Silver, so I think he's telling us to come running. He doesn't like Mike.
Not everybody likes mine.
Yeah! There we go, Dan. Nice catch.
Whoa.
That's a sockeye.
Oh.
Look, he ate it. I'm gonna try to sneak in.
He looks pretty tired, but not tired enough.
Long live the king.
Bring him over here, Dan.
Wow, Mike, nice work. Look at that. What a beautiful fish, right in the corner of the mouth, just like you'd like to see.
That fly got a name?
No, orange. Oh, it's an orange starlight beach. Oh, hand's starting to hurt. Come on. Got an awful lot of big fish today. One thing I'm noticing about him is, see, I mean, his body shape is different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got the spots. Right?
Silver, yep.
And the sockeyes don't have those spots on the top, right?
Yep.
So that is a silver salmon for sure.
Good job.
Which means that other one is a silver,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah, I mean, he just looks different, right?
He's going, hey, wait a minute.
Woo. Work, Dan.
He's gonna go.
I'm coming to see what the secret sauce is here. Dan's got 3. I've got 0. We're using the same fly. You got Dr. Juice on that thing? Are you getting them to bite pretty regularly?
Yeah, somewhat. You know, there's a little guessing game with the whole thing. That last silver just, again, is sinking. He just clobbered it. But here comes a pretty good pot of them.
Can you talk me through what you're trying to do?
Okay, so I'm trying to get this fly at their level, just kind of right in their face. And that's going to happen. I think I'm pretty good. Oh, boy, that felt like a tick.
And you're
Sometimes
feeling...
it's the bottom. And I'm trying not to play chase me. But
Yeah.
just wait for the next one. There's just a couple here. Anybody on with it? Oh, yep, on a bit.
Nice. Nice, Dan.
That was a silver, I think. Did you see him turn and
I
eat
did,
it?
yeah. Oh, I could have caught that one. Well, I came over here for a lesson, Dan.
Look at these things go.
You are across the river and through the woods. You're on the way to grandmother's house, Dan.
You pop to the left, right, to the right. Swing it through. Swing it through. Keep going right. Keep going right. You're not swinging it, see?
I don't.
You're just dangling it.
How do I swing it?
You pull the rod tip.
Pull it which way?
You know, in front of them.
So here's a big pod down there. I'm not on him yet, though, right?
So rod that way. Keep going. Okay, hang on. See if we can.
Oh, it's right in front of him.
Get. Okay, go back. I saw your fly line stop.
Yeah, I did too.
Yep, stop. Okay, here it comes. Ready to go right. Maybe. Yep.
Oh, that sure looked like a take.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Keep coming through, swing that rod over. Just open your mouth.
Oh, that was a hit.
There you go.
That was a hit.
Now you got the right.
Yeah, I know what.
That little outside group there.
I know what I was doing wrong now. Oh, I should have hooked one there. I had two takes.
Maybe go back here. Yep. No, yeah, you grabbed it.
You did, yeah. Oh, that's a hog.
Didn't you see him take it?
I didn't.
Oh yeah, he followed it to grab it. Yeah.
That was a hog. Oh, there's got to be an eater in there. There we go. Yeah. Check out the claw marks from a bear, likely. Pretty amazing to learn how to do this. Awful nice to have a brother who's a professional fly fisherman. That was pretty cool. What do you got?
King salmon. Good thing.
We're on a heck of a bite.
Fast. It's just.
Are you getting tired, Dan?
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Any idea how many you've caught?
No, I don't. It's crazy.
I know he's probably up around 80 because I'm at 32.
You know, if you just if you get it, I'm getting good at getting it right on their face, and they just no.
Well, we'll see you in a while, Dan.
Yeah.
Enjoy the walk.
Stop. Go over there. Go over there. Oh, really? Man, they're hard to stop. They're just.
There goes that man again.
I just like walking up and down here.
I wonder how many steps you're gonna
get in today.
Do you have a pedometer on? All right, Dan finally got off the river after a couple hours. Dan, how's your hand feeling?
I can't feel it.
Why is that?
Fighting fish and casting. Yeah. I just can't believe how many salmon I caught.
So, Mike, we'll ask an independent person. How many do you think Dan caught?
I bet it's over 150 fish.
I watched it. All right, well, he's going to get back out there, I'm sure. But we're taking a break. Getting our coals going. We got salmon on the fire. How we doing on lemon salmon?
Better than any fish place I've gone to.
It's good dinner. The wind is picking up. And I don't know about that. We could be in for a rough night tonight. All right. What do you got, Dan?
Another chum. Just a nice, pleasant thunk.
That's all we're looking for as fishermen, isn't it, Dan?
A pleasant thunk.
Yeah. All right. We think this is 153, but we kind of lost count, to be honest. Mike's the official counter. I don't know.
It's
he's
he's
You're past the toes?
he's pretty. Yeah, it's
Every
we're
time.
counting hairs now.
Every time I looked at him, he had a fish on today. Beautiful fish. Thanks, buddy.
Like that? You sucked it right in, didn't you?
This is Nukluk Island Day, where we just kind of chilled out. So we'd have loved to have a pedometer on Dan today. He would hook them there and land them down here. And I got some of that on video. I'm sure I put that in here. What was the best part of the day, Dan? Don't tell me you caught a lot of fish.
I caught a lot of fish today. That was the best day of fishing in my life.
Yeah. All right, Brian, what was the best part?
Best part of my day was watching Dan catch a lot of fish.
Mike?
Watching Dan catch a lot of fish seems
It was pretty entertaining. It was pretty entertaining to watch a fishing show in front of us. Filming a movie here. So anyway, watching Dan fish is like watching a pro athlete punt the football. Wouldn't you say? I mean, things just happen differently than they should. And that was pretty amazing, Dan. Thanks for putting on the show for us. The one salmon I caught on the fly rod, Dan said, cast here. You said, strip, 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 set. And that's the one I caught. And then I was done. And then I watched him do it. So awesome day of fishing, Dan. It was fun to watch.
Thanks, guys.
Day 7, we're going to go down. We're going to see if we can find more silvers. That's the plan for tomorrow. We don't know where we're going to camp, but honestly, had a great camp here. Less the bear encounter, but you know, it's Alaska.
The bear was just right over here.
The bear this morning was over there. Mike scared it off with his warrior cry.
Last one of the day. I
good.
have to be done. I have to be done. I can't feel my arm.
At some point, you got to quit, Dan.
These are drugs. Yeah.